Hello. Is everyone here? How are we doing, everyone? You hear me? Oh, I have a hair problem. How is it going? There's a lot of chatting going on. Hi, everyone. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Hello, hello. Just fixing my hair. Can you guys see me? No one said hi to me yet. There we go. Hi. Hello. All right. How are we doing? How are we all doing? How are we doing out there? Cheers. Trying to stay hydrated. The topic is laundry, and that's what I'm doing. Hi, everyone. It's Gertie o'clock. So sorry I missed the live stream yesterday. I was like super overwhelmed with getting ready to do over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be filming for a YouTube project. So filming tomorrow and then shooting some pictures on Friday, and then next week doing the same for Patreon for June. So there is like a lot of prep going on right now, and yesterday I was like cutting and getting some sewing stuff ready, and then yeah, and so the thing is, I'm just warning you right now, guys, that the lives are going to be a little less frequent than usual in the next couple of weeks. The only other day I can do one this week is Thursday because of all the filming and shooting going on. So I'm sorry in advance. I'm going to miss you guys, and thank you. Thank you in advance for your understanding. I just did my nails. So that's the other thing, is I had to get my nails ready to be on video. I had done them myself, like, God, honestly, it's been a long time. It's been like 5 weeks, and they were like really growing out. And so I had to redo them, and I did this like pink color. Pink Flamenco by OPI is the color. But I am like so over having to do my own nails, only because I'm not good at it. And it is like very stressful when there's like globs of buildup and acrylic and stuff. And it's just like, and I also don't know if they're going to fall off at any moment, because like I did have to trim them down a little bit, and they looked like they were like lifting at the bottom. And I was just like, oh, Johnny, I miss you. Johnny, if you're watching, I need you. So yeah, and here in New York, we're like nowhere close to reopening anything. So it's all good though. I can handle it. Marin, you gave up. Your nails are sad and naked. Yeah, I mean, that's one option, but I have acrylics. I don't even know how to get them off. If I wanted to, I would have to like pry them off, which I'm not really looking forward to that either. So I don't know. I'm not even worried, Belinda. I'm not even worried about my feet. You guys can't. I'm wearing 2 mismatched socks right now. You guys have no idea what's going on underneath this table. Don't pry. Yeah, see? Yeah. So soak them in acetone first. All right. Oh, thanks, Missy. Yeah, I'm gonna need help. I don't know. Acetone takes off acrylics. Interesting. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Though I don't know, I'd miss my nails. We'll see how they look on camera tomorrow. That might be the deciding factor. Pure acetone, I do have some of that. All right, well, we'll see. Don't pry them. All right, all right, all right. Thanks, guys. Soak buff, soak buff. Oil the Skinner. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I also got like one of Hattie's hairs stuck in the top coat or something. I don't know. We'll see how they look on camera. My nails will be like wet paper. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, I'm wearing a popover dress, everyone. This is the one in the video tutorial. So yeah, I haven't been wearing my popovers lately because it's been too cold, but it's starting to warm up here. So, oh my gosh, Reagan, you're letting your rose dressing gown hang? That's amazing. Fill it in with polish until you get back with your nail guy. Photoshop, believe me, I wish Photoshop were more effective on video. Yeah, so we'll see. Okay, everyone. How are we doing? I feel like I've already missed so much chatting. My eyeliner is on fleek. Oh, Missy said that. Thanks, Missy. Thanks. I am wearing, okay, so eyeshadow wise, I am wearing the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette today. I'm really liking it. Yeah, I'm getting a lot better doing my makeup just because I've been doing it so often for these lives. All right, everyone. Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. Let me preen a little bit. Thanks, guys. All right, so let's see. The topic today is laundry. Oh my gosh, Drag Race. Should we get to Drag Race at the end? Because there are probably a lot of people on here who don't watch Drag Race or haven't watched it yet. Okay, we'll do it at the end. Okay, everyone. So the topic for the day is laundry and washing your fabric, washing your handmade garments. And I was inspired to do this topic because it always kind of cracks me up when I'll post something like the dressing gown right here, or like a felt skirt with like lace applique, and like one of the first comments is always, how do you wash it? Like, you guys think about laundry like way more than I do. I almost never think about laundry before, like when I'm planning a project. Like I think about, do I want to sew this fabric? Is it going to be fabulous? Is it and I just kind of work it out later. And I think I also, like, I've noticed that my views are very different from other people on laundry for a few reasons. Like, first of all, I don't have kids, so I'm not like, I don't know, finger painting, or I don't know, what do you guys do with kids? Whatever you do with kids, and like needing all of my garments to be wash and wear. I also like to approach sewing as more like creative expression. So it's not always 100% practical. You might notice in my projects, it's often more about feeling the fantasy, which I talk about a lot. So laundry never fits into my fantasies. Like never. So I think more about, instead of how am I going to wash this, I think like, does this fulfill my fantasy of this project? Or like, is this a fabric I'm dying to sew with? Or is this something that I'm dying to make? So that's like the other place I'm coming from. And then the other place I'm coming from is that I feel like I just don't wash stuff as much as you guys do. I have like a handful of dresses that I consider wash and wear. And part of the reason I wore the popover dress today is this is one of them. Like I do have sort of a collection of cotton dresses, like made in quilting cottons, and they're all things that can be thrown into the washing machine. But I don't wash things regularly like you guys seem to. Like, unless it smells or there's a big stain on it, I'm wearing it again until it meets one of those two criteria. And I just don't feel like just because something's been on my body, that means that it's dirty. I don't know why. Like I just feel like I have very different views about this than all of you do. And so I will just pretty much rewear something until I notice one of those two issues with it. And then I will approach washing it. So the other things I will say, so that's just to give you like a little bit more of my sort of personal philosophy about washing and laundry and all of that. I will say that I have met people who wash their dresses every single time they wear them. So I don't know why. Some people do. So I just don't. So take everything that I'm going to say like with that sort of grain of salt. And like things like a dressing gown, like I just really don't see when I would ever really need to clean it unless I spilled coffee on it. Like that's pretty likely to happen in my lifestyle. So so it's not something that I'm thinking about as like regular wearings. So or regular washings, sorry. So the other thing I'm going to say is that I like never dry clean anything. I think a lot of people think that your only options are machine washing or dry cleaning, and that's just not true. Like the only time I really dry clean things are like winter coats. That's the kind of thing I wouldn't really want to put in the washer, even on delicate. And I also wouldn't want to hand wash just because of like some of the materials that I use, like the expensive wools and stuff like that. But even then is only like once a year or every other year. Okay. So I do have things that I wash regularly, but they're like pajamas, sweatpants, dish towels. And that stuff is like, okay, that's not going to be made in brocade. So let's see. Let's talk about your options since we talked about really not dry cleaning. The other thing I don't do a lot of is put things into the dryer, okay? My handmade things. So really for my handmade garments, I would say the methods that I am using to clean things are primarily machine wash delicate and then hang to dry. So that would be what I would do like with this popover dress. I even do that with things with boning, with spiral steel boning. You can put that in the washing machine on delicate, but always hang to dry. Like I would say the biggest sort of like threat to the integrity of the garment would be using the dryer, because it gets a lot more heat and a lot more tumbling, right? So a lot more chances for it to deteriorate. So, Amy, no, spiral steel boning does not rust. It is coated and treated with something. It's not going to rust on you. I promise you. Yeah, that's not something that rusts when it hits water. It has a coating on top of it, so it's like pre-treated to not rust. So you can definitely submerge it in water. You can hand wash it. You can machine wash delicate. If you're worried about catching on other things, use a laundry bag, so like a lingerie bag, and then just put your dress in that so it doesn't touch other things in the washing machine. And then for things that are really delicate, I like to hand wash. And I did want to mention a few things, a few products I really like for that. I really recommend having for hand washing. So if it's something that you really don't want to put in the machine for reasons like it's wool, it's something that might shrink, it has a lot of delicate hand stitching or beading or something like that, you're going to want to hand wash it. So I would really recommend having a no rinse hand washing soap. So soak is really great. A lot of knitters use this for hand washing their delicate handmade items, and it's great for fabric items too. So this is great because you don't have to like rinse it and wring out the soap. You pretty much just you need a tub. So if you have like a plastic tub that you can fill up with like lukewarm water and just put a little squirt of this under the water and then submerge your garment in there, let it soak for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then you don't have to rinse it. You just pull it out and you have to like squeeze any water out. You can roll it up in a towel too and then hang it to dry. So I really like soak a lot. And then also, there's this company called Journelle. It's a lingerie store in New York City, and they make a lingerie wash that I have used for dresses and stuff like that. And it is also no rinse. Yeah, you don't have to rinse this. I'm just making sure I'm correct about this. And this smells so good. It's linden scented. Mm. It has a very strong scent. So this is really nice too, and I've used it for lingerie and for dresses. So I would really recommend that. And then for things like dresses, I just put them on a hanger once they're like damp. And you can put them on your porch. You can hang them over your bathtub. I have like some hooks in my guest room where I would just put hangers. And then that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's also talk about pre-washing things. So with fabric, I only ever really pre-wash it if it's something that if it's like a fabric that I consider wash and wear, like quilting cotton, like one of these dresses, then I will pre-wash the yardage. And I'll sometimes even put that in the dryer too, because things like quilting cottons can really shrink quite a bit. So I would just watch out for that. Where can I purchase those items? Soak you can get, I don't know, in your local knitting shop, fabric shop. Try Google. Give it a Google. Amazon, I'm sure, sells it. And then Journelle is sold by Journelle. So this is the store that makes it, Journelle. You can buy it on their website. Yeah, so let's see. So pre-washing, yeah, I would really recommend for quilting cotton, you want to pre-wash your yardage. For everything else, unless you're going to be throwing it in the washing machine, I wouldn't really worry about pre-washing your fabric because it's not going to be exposed to any methods that might shrink it. Yeah, so Sabrina, that's right. You're supposed to pre-wash the fabric the way you intend to wash the finished garment, unless you intend to wash the finished garment in a way that's not going to shrink it ever. So like hand washing on cold water, the chances of that changing the makeup of your fabric or shrinking the fabric are really, really low. So in that case, I wouldn't really worry about pre-washing it. So really just if I plan to throw something in the washing machine, then I will also throw it in the washing machine before I sew with it. So let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you guys have questions? I feel like so pre-shrinking, sometimes with wools you need to pre-shrink a little bit, like crepes can need to just be steamed. Okay. I've tried methods where you like throw them in the dryer and with like a wet washcloth. And I got some residue from inside the dryer on my wool. So I would not recommend that. Yeah, you can steam garments on the hanger. Yeah. Where are my earrings from? These are by Micheline Pitt. So Vixen by Micheline Pitt is the maker of these earrings. Yeah, so I guess overall I would say like don't don't stress too much about laundry. Life's too short. I don't have a steamer, guys. I just steam with my iron if I need to. My number one most popular, I know. Well, I also wear them like pretty much every day. Unless it's a specific fabric, like wool, I pre-wash always. I worry about chemicals or excess dye. Is that thinking about it too much? Um, I mean, fabrics are treated with various chemicals. That's true. So if you're really worried about that, like, yeah, I guess you could pre-wash it, but I don't know. I just don't really worry about it. Michelle says cleaning. I've heard that spraying either vinegar cut with water or alcohol under the underarm area helps to clean garments that are only slightly soiled. Is that a thing? I don't know. That sounds interesting, though. That would be interesting to test. Colin says when I have to wash costumes, which often have beads, crystals, feathers, and the best way is to hand wash. I steam it while it's still wet and hanging for perfect drying. Colin, what's your favorite steamer? Vodka. A lot. Water and vodka. Interesting. Vodka works. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I don't have that much to say about this topic. Yeah, I mean, I would say just like if you're worried about a fabric, like hand wash it. Like that is the gentlest way. If you're really worried, then yeah, you can dry clean and then you won't have to worry about submerging it in water at all. Reliable industrial steamer. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, I kind of want a steamer. I've been wanting one for a while, but yeah, I just use my iron for everything. You can make another one. Yeah. If you just make 500 dresses, then you'll always have a clean one. Should we look at my nails? Should we take a break to look at my nails? This one has like a little glob on the side. Hopefully they'll look okay in close-ups. I get so many questions about it, but there's so much to say. I mean, like I said, I just have to laugh because I rarely think about how to clean things that I make because I'm too busy thinking about how fabulous they're going to be. And I'm just like, oh, I'll just worry about it later. So I don't know. Um, allergic to ironing. More dresses, less laundry. So I don't know, guys. I don't really have much to say today. Should we talk about Drag Race? Just put a coat of glitter varnish on my nails. Colin, I'm like you, and I only think about how fabulous a garment is going to be. Then I lip sync for my life in a costume, and I have to deal with the sweat and makeup all over everything. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't envy performers having to deal with that. For the most part, it's more like summer garments. I feel like I have to like, if you get a little glisten going in the summer and you have to worry about washing those. What lipstick am I wearing? Guys, guess. I'm wearing Dose of Colors Kiss of Fire, which is like my favorite lipstick. Okay, it's Dose of Colors. I do I have a fancy gravity feed iron? I just have a normal one. It's right here. Huh. This is Black & Decker Even Steam. Yeah, I don't go for fancy irons because when I have spent a lot of money on irons, I feel like they have always leaked. Okay, so we need to talk about Drag Race. Oh, you want a knitting update? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about Drag Race first. So, yeah, I love the makeover. I always love a makeover episode, first of all. And I thought the Superfans concept was really fun. Let's see. The two who lip synced were Heidi and Jackie Cox. So I got to tell you guys, I was not at all surprised when I thought Jackie was going home. And I wasn't really, I know you guys, I know there are a lot of Jackie fans in here, guys. I just feel like she hasn't really shown herself that much. Like, I feel like there's more promise of what she could be than what she's actually showing. And I was actually surprised that it was a double Shantae, because wasn't the last time we had one, wasn't it Brooklyn Heights versus Evie Oddly, which is like the most legendary lip sync ever. And this one was kind of meh. Jackie made some really weird choices with doing the crazy eyes through the entire lip sync. And as she said, she made a choice and she committed to it, and she 100% definitely committed. She did not let down that commitment at any point in the lip sync, but I was a little like, why is this? is this? So Marin's a huge Jackie fan. I know you are. So what are you guys I need a custom sign that says Dose of Colors, Mary Widow, B&J. I don't mind repeating it. You guys know I have my favorite things. Oh my God, can we get Janet the Planet to stand in for Sherry Pie? So wait, hold on. What the Sherry Pie's Janet the Planet? I could not tell them apart at certain times of the runway. I have never seen such a strong family resemblance, as Rue likes to say, as that makeover. I actually thought she was going to win. I was like, they're going to have to give another $5,000 to the Trevor Project. But luckily, it was my girl, Jada, who I'm rooting for her. I think she's amazing. I want her to win. Heidi is my favorite personality. Is my hair coming out? But Jada, I think I'm wanting her to win. So yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, if we're spoiling you on Drag Race. Yeah, and then also Jada's super fan. Her makeup looked so amazing. She had this whole like grease thing going on. She looked so good. Yeah, Jada is super fab. I'm hoping she's gonna win. Yeah, I don't know. What else do I have to say about it? Oh, Jada also kind of won me over with her little her speech about super fans and like and how, if it weren't for the fans, they wouldn't be there. And I thought it was kind of interesting to see that side of her personality, because I think from the beginning she's kind of been she was super sassy in like episode 1, and I was like, ooh, she's a little prickly. And so to hear her just be like, to bond so much with her makeover partner was really beautiful. And then talking about like in Untucked. I think it was in Untucked. Just how, like, kind of like taking a moment to say they wouldn't be there without the fans, especially because there was some like messiness on Twitter. Like, I think some fans were saying they didn't think that like women should have been involved in this episode as the super fans. And so I don't know, it was just like really it was really sweet to see like Jada just have that reaction. So I don't know, I liked it. It was a good episode. I always like a makeover episode. The did you guys watch the Celebrity Drag Race afterwards? So Vanessa Williams was on it. And let's see, it was Vanessa Williams and then two other people whose names I cannot remember and who I didn't know who they were. And yeah, I did not think that Vanessa Williams was going to win the Celebrity Drag Race, because I was like, I can't have Vanessa Williams win. She's Vanessa Williams. Like, this isn't like an even playing field. And I thought in the previous episode, they had kind of let the underdog win a little bit. And so I was surprised that Vanessa Williams won. But she did a Dolly Parton impersonation. Twerking 5 to 9 was the musical. It was really fun. She literally was Dolly. Yeah, I have to say, whoever that woman was who did the Jane Fonda, I was living for her in that leotard. She was amazing. Some basketball. How cute was she, though? I really liked her. So yeah, Vanessa Williams won, and they donated like $30,000 to the Trevor Project. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this Celebrity Drag Race. And yeah, it was a whole night about women, which was it was refreshing in a way. It was nice having the women super fans on the main episode, and then having 3 women compete on Celebrity Drag Race. I really liked. I was a little worried when they had them do boy drag for the quick drag challenge. And I was like, oh, I don't want to watch this. I mean, I like drag kings as much as the next girl, but I want to see like glitter and wigs and lashes and stuff. So, and dresses. So I was a little worried. I thought we were going to do boy drag the entire episode. So then when they were doing girl drag at the end, I was happy. Lonnie Love, thank you. She was great. Yeah, it's different celebs each episode, and some are more celeb than others, like for instance Vanessa Williams, and then someone like Lonnie Love. I'm not saying these people aren't important. I don't know who any of them are because I don't watch like Basketball Wives or things like that. You like Lonnie Love's quick drag. She was very funny. Yeah, so yeah, great episode. Enjoyed it. Her Dolly was really good. I liked her. She's fierce. When she was talking about how, she's been doing this for 30 years, and people always say, oh, I didn't know she could do that. I didn't know she could do that. And she kind of keeps surprising people and pushing herself. And like, I thought, I really admired her. And it was also fun to watch her in the episode when she was like in the rehearsal. She was so serious and rehearsing and so focused. And they were like, is she going to like loosen up and have fun with this? But you could just see that it was like her work ethic just like would not let her really relax during that rehearsal. Yeah, I enjoyed it. What's my favorite drag costume / dress I've ever seen on the show? Most inspired by? Oh, that's a good question, Colin. The first thing to come to that's really hard, but I will just go with my first instinct, which is Violet Chachki wore that like pink feather sort of burlesque costume, and had like a top hat and like a feathered sort of thing going on. I think it was actually when she came back for the first episode of the next season. Do you guys remember that? I love that. And I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I'm going to go with that for now. I've also really liked some of Trixie's more country inspired things. She wore a pink gingham, like long dress with rhinestones once that I kind of made me want to emulate it. Yeah, that is a good question. I feel like I need time to think about that. Oh my gosh, Alyssa Edwards being back. Yes, thank you. How did I not even say that up till now? And Alyssa looked amazing, and that pink dress she was wearing was so good. Yeah, Violet is amazing always. Nina West paper doll dress at the finale. I feel like I liked that more in concept than I did in execution. I couldn't really once I was like, oh, it's supposed to be a paper doll dress. I was like, oh, that's clever. But it didn't strike me right out of the gate. Well, now I'm gonna have to go back and think of all my favorite costumes, and maybe that can be a topic for another live stream soon. Who else? Oh, probably Aquaria too. I loved Aquaria on the show. What a weirdo. She was so awful in the first episodes, and she just kind of came around as this sort of lovable little dork, and she had some amazing looks. Just break down one Drag Race look per live stream. Thank you, Colin. Good idea. Good idea. Let's approach this in manageable chunks. Good idea. All right, that'll be my assignment. I'll come up with some good ideas for you guys. And then we could talk about ways to incorporate them into like more everyday dresses. Not every day, but like a dress that you could see yourself wearing rather than a costume, if that makes any sense. Ways that we can incorporate things into our sewing. Drag costumes into sewing. Adrian would like to know, when are you announcing the winner of the brocade? Or have you already and I'm just late to the party? Okay, so if you guys have missed it, the rose dressing gown, which I just gotta tell you guys that I'm so overwhelmed by your response to this project. Every post that I put up, just the responses to those photos and to the project has just been like really touching and also a little intimidating. I'm worried that it's my favorite thing or your favorite thing that I've ever done. And I don't really know how I managed to pull it together in quarantine. And now I'm trying to do more. And I'm like, what if it won't live up to their expectations now? So I have to tell you guys that because you've been so supportive, you've now given me performance anxiety. But not really. I can handle it. So the inspiration for this dressing gown was Rose Weissman on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And the reason I saw it was B&J put up a picture of it because B&J, which is a fabric store in the garment district in New York City, where I shop a lot, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, the costumers source a lot of their fabrics from B&J. So they do use vintage garments on the show quite often, but they also build things using new fabrics. So one of the early conversations I had was with B&J because they're always asking, they're wonderful, and they're always asking how they can support home sewing more. And especially now that they are shut down by government order, which is, obviously really tough for people who rely on walk-in business. They have been, in touch with me even more saying, what can we do to, reach out to home sewers? And one of the first things, well, this was a few months ago. Let me try to tell this story in a non-rambling way. One of the things I said that I would love it if they could do with us is to donate some of that fabric that the Mrs. Maisel costumers used to make that dressing gown for the character Rose, so that I could give it away to you all once this project came out. And they agreed. So I have 7 yards of this beautiful brocade that the original gown was made in for the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And it's like a buttery. Do you guys want to stay here? Stay here. I'm going to grab it. I have it right here. I'm coming. So this is this is it. This is technically the right side of the fabric, and this is the side that they used on the show. And it looks like a more like buttery yellow, I think, in that photograph. I was actually a little surprised by how subtle the yellow is. But you want to look at the other side. See if I can find the other side. This is one of the things I really like about brocade is that you can usually use either side, or you can use them together. Woo! Which is what I did on that dressing gown. So this is, if I were the winner of this fabric, this is what I would do. I would do it in blue and then use this on the lapel. I think that would be really pretty. So anyway, I've not announced the winner yet because I still have it here. The giveaway is being run on Patreon, okay? So you need to be a patron to enter. And all you have to do is comment on the post. And I always like to do a little question with giveaways. So the question this time was like, what are you enjoying watching during quarantine or isolation or whatever you're calling it, wherever you are? So we now have a lot of great recommendations for TV shows and movies and all of that. So I'm going to choose a winner by random drawing, and the last day you can enter is Saturday, and it's only Tuesday. So make sure you get in your comment to be part of the drawing. And then I was actually thinking about doing a live announcement. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, what if we did, I think that Monday we could do a crowdcast or something for Patreon. And I would love to do one similar to what I did last time, where I talk about the inspiration for the design, and I can share like a little PowerPoint with you, and we can look at some other inspiration images. And it would be fun to announce it live, who the winner is. What do you guys think? Rather than just posting it. So that's an idea I had. But in any case, the last day to enter is Saturday by midnight, EST, EDT, whatever we're in. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I know there are a lot of entries. I had to turn off my comments on Patreon because I was getting notifications every time you guys entered, and I was just like, okay, this is way too much. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. All right, everyone. So I'm just reading your comments. I know it really is a beautiful, beautiful fabric. So there's 7 yards here, which is plenty to make a big old dressing gown and maybe a little matching eye mask or face mask, as it may be. Yeah. All right, everyone. Anything else we need to talk about? Have I made any decisions on the fall retreats? No, I haven't. I mean, it's hard to say right now. So I am contacting each month individually kind of as we go. So you will hear from me. I mean, I think fall is still a possibility. Um, summer retreats, maybe not. I've already canceled last month's and this month's, and I'm if you anyone from June is here, that will be canceled too. Yeah, Beacon is just close enough to the city that we're pretty much, and people fly. If you're coming to Beacon, you usually fly to the city. So think of us as New York City, unfortunately, and you've seen what's going on there. Okay, knitting updates. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay. All right. Guys, look how much I've done. Look at that. It's like almost a little crop top. So I've joined the front and back. I knitted so much that my hands hurt. And yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I talked to Amy of Poison Girls. We messaged a little bit, and she gave me a little hot tip, which was that for this yarn, I'm using Kabasi, which is a cotton, bamboo, and silk blend. She recommended maybe breaking my yarn between stripes rather than carrying it down the sides, because you can see a little bit through the stripes, and I'd already kind of started to notice that. So that was good to hear from her. And yeah, what do you think? The fabric from the dress I'm wearing, this is a quilting cotton that I got at Beetle and Fred. I have no idea who made this. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Mary had an interesting question about best dress designs for her trans daughter. That is interesting. I mean, I've done fitting on some trans women before, and it's not something that I could really like give one blanket answer on. It kind of depends on where she is in her transition. She might be more comfortable if she's not very far along. She might be more comfortable in something that has a little less fittedness to it. Like the popover dress might be a good place because she would be able to cinch it and kind of create a cinched shape with it. So yeah, like I said, it's really hard to say. There's no like one size fits all kind of prescription for that. But I'm happy to like work with you in DM or email or something like that. So I'm guessing you're wanting something that doesn't have quite as much like of a bust built up. So, but like I said, I have no idea where she is in her transition. So just like reach out to me if you want to talk more about that. I would be happy to help. But the popover is a great place to start for anyone, especially because it's easy to fit on pretty much anyone too. Felt update. Oh, Jenny, I saw your jailbird blouse and it looks amazing. You made yours really fast. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you all for joining me. I think where are my earrings from? My earrings are by a company called Vixen by Micheline Pitt. Yeah, the popover is magic. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this dress. I see a lot of people asking about it, but this is what it looks like without the belt on. Ooh, Easy breezy. And then you just add the belt. Look, 50 silhouette. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's it for me today. I'm going to get myself prepped for tomorrow. As I said, I'm filming a new project for you. It's going to be on YouTube. I'm not telling you what the topic is yet, but I'm really excited about it. And it's also going to have a component of it that's on Patreon only. So the main project will be on YouTube. And then there's like a little bonus extra that will be just for patrons. So it's kind of best of both worlds. And I can't wait to share it with you. All right, everyone. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night, everyone. And thank you as always for joining me. And I'll see you. I won't be back tomorrow because I am going to be filming all day. This is going to be an all-day project. But I will be back on Thursday. So here on YouTube, same time, same place. All right. So I will see you then. Have a great night or day or whatever it is. And I'll talk to you next time. Goodbye.